Blog number 32. I can't find the reset button. I found myself at a place the other day where I was thinking about all the individual and various gizmos, gadgets, and high-tech things that had become part of my life. To be more exact, I was pondering on all the times that a said piece of tech, one in which I had come to rely on, would not turn on or function correctly. This is a phenomenon that seems to be tied directly to Murphy's Law, as it was always seeming to happen at the most inopportune times. I was imagining how nice it would be to be able to schedule these breakdowns in advance, since we all know that these things are inevitable. If a piece of equipment, say like your smartphone, would just be up front with you when you set it up for the first time, it would be a very helpful feature if it would tell you beforehand that after the first week, after you had got it all set up the way you like it and arranged in a pleasing way, that it was going to experience some kind of glitch, resulting in the need to do a reset and the loss of all your customized setup. Being forewarned would be very helpful. Just think about how handy it would be if you knew beforehand that your tech would fail on a certain day at a specific time. You would be better prepared, probably even have a plan to deal with or fix the issue. There were times in the past where all I needed to do was simply push a reset button or to hold two pieces in sequence, like the volume up button and the start button at the same time, for example. But this is just not the case with the numerous disorders of the body, namely my cerebellum ataxia. At least, as of the current date, I haven't located any little portholes, like behind my ears, that I can stick a bent paper clip into and have my balance put back to factory specs. Nor have I yet to discover any combination of movements or body manipulations, like sticking out my tongue and squeezing my nose at the same time, that will enable me to speak clearly. I find at times that if my PC is acting wonky, a highly technical term of describing electronic glitch. Really? Look it up. If I find that it's acting wonky and needs to be restarted or rebooted, this ability would really come in handy and be a great way to explain my ataxia to other people, as in, just hang on there a second, George. I need to do a quick reboot of my brain and I'll be right with you. There also may be a need from time to time to run a system defragmentation because there is very little available free RAM left in the system to keep everything running smoothly. Or there may be times when the PC becomes choppy, begins to lag, and or hangs up. These are three more highly technical terms. I guess the closest thing to my ataxia defrag is getting enough sleep at night. I have discovered the universal truth that I believe most Ataxians have discovered, that rest is essential. I usually start my day early and have enough energy or enough available system RAM to get needed chores done. I try to cram as many things as possible before 1 or 1:30 in the afternoon, because that's about the time that the system begins to hang up and there begins to be some serious scattering of the available resources. It begins to look as if there is impending danger of a complete system crash, and by the end of the day, depending on how much I have done during the day and exerted myself, I am simply done. Being able to get 7 or 8 hours of sleep at night acts as a system cleaning or a system reboot for me. During the day, all of my resources become scattered, fragmented, and used up, At night, all these systems are brought back together in one meeting room for yet another in a long series of pep talks. The problem is that every night there are fewer system administrators being found to come to these meetings. Yep, I am slowly running out of RAM, and the only expanding going on is not tied to more memory or processing power, but to calories. I am in need of a reset button, but I just can't seem to find one.